Mr. Andy over here at the Maricopa Public Library. And guess what? It's October. That means we're starting off a brand new story time for the month of October. And what you can expect from this round of story times is some fun working with songs and rhymes that work with fall and maybe some spooky things like Halloween. We're ready to kick it off and have some fun while working on some early literacy skills. Speaking of which, for this month, we're going to be focusing on what's called phonological awareness. And that is the ability to hear and distinguish the different sounds in language. So we're going to be doing that in our story times for this month by singing a lot of songs and breaking down those words so our little ones can hear all of those different sounds in the language. So here, let's go ahead and kick it off with our opening song, which we do every single time. It's called Hello, Hello. Here, let me talk you through how it goes. We say this, we say, hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? And then we'll clap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? And we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3. Can you stretch up high? Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello? Hello. And then this time we're going to be stomping our feet instead of clapping our hands. So we say, hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Stomp, stomp, stomp. Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Stomp, stomp, stomp. And can you stretch up high? Nice and tall. Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? And can you say hello? Hello. And at the end, we put our clapping and our stomping all together, just like this. Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Clap, clap, clap. Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Stomp, stomp, stomp. Here, now that we know how the song goes, let's sing it all together on the count of 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Can you stretch up high? Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello? Hello? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Stomp, stomp, stomp. Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Stomp, stomp, stomp. Can you stretch up high? Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello? Hello? Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Stomp, stomp, stomp. Just like that. And we do the song at the beginning of all of our story times so our little ones begin to understand that we are beginning a program and an activity together. So we keep it the same every time. And then if your little one likes any of these songs and rhymes that I'm going through, well, you can do them anytime that you want and pull up this video and do it together if you need a quick refresher. But once we're done with our opening song, we pull out what is called our little box. And the song that goes along with our little box is called Do You Know What's Inside? It's to the tune of Do You Know the Muffin Man? But instead I've changed around some of those words to say, do you know what's inside our box? And then I pull items outside of the box and see if our little ones can make observations and guess what it is I'm holding. Hopefully building a little bit of that vocabulary. So let's go ahead and sing our song, and just so you know how it sounds. On the count of 1, 2, 3. Do you know what's inside? What's inside? What's inside? Do you know what's inside of this little box? and then I pull something out of the box. Here, let's see what I have today. Oh, a little squirrel got into my box today. And then we see this song over and over again until we've pulled everything outside of the box. So hopefully you can tune in and see what things may be popping up from outside of our box. But once we are done with doing our box, we start getting into some of those songs and rhymes that are themed toward our month of story times. And like I said, a lot of these ones have to do with a special holiday coming up called Halloween. And we're going to have lots of fun doing so. So our first song that I'm going to teach you is called The Monster Stomp Around the House. The tune of it is, if you have ever heard the song, The Ants Go Marching In. And so let me walk you through some of the lyrics that I've changed up for it. So we have to pretend like we're monsters, and we're going to be stomping around the house. So if you want to swing your arms back and forth, lifting your knees nice up high, and stomping. And then of course you can move around however you want to do it. But we say this to the stomping of our feet. We sing, the monster stomp around the house, hoorah, hoorah. The monster stomp around the house, hoorah, hoorah. The monster stomp around the house. Their brothers and sisters kicked them out, so they stomped some more outside. Oh yeah, around the house. And then at the end of it, we do 3 stomps, saying this word stomp too, going stomp, 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 and then we just repeat everything we just said. So as it sounds, we are stomping around the house, but sometimes that's not good to stomp around the house. So we've got to take it outside, and then we can continue stomping. Here, let me lead you through it one time through. That way you get the hang of the beat and the motions that go along with it. On the count of 1, 2, 3. The monster stomp around the house, hoorah, hoorah. The monster stomp around the house, hoorah, hoorah. The monster stomp around the house. Their brothers and sisters kicked them out, so they stomped some more outside. Oh yeah, around the house, stomp, stomp, stomp the monsters. And then it just starts over and over again. Be careful, you might get yourself into a replay that you can't quite stop. But it's a good way to get out some extra energy and have your little ones moving around while singing. All very important tools and activities that they need to do to get ready to start learning to read and write. Now, during a story time, of course there's got to be stories. So this might be a good time where I pull out one of our books and we get to read together. So one that I would certainly recommend around this time of year, especially in fall, is called Leaf Man by Lois Ehlert. It is a beautiful, beautiful book and a really fun one to share with your little one as you go through and see all the different leaves changing colors and all of the different weather and different things that go along with the changing of the seasons. So I certainly recommend this book if you're looking to grab a fall-themed book for your little one to read together. Once we're done with one of our books, we move it on to our next song and rhyme. This one's really fun because it's more of a chant than it is a song, and we get to work on some sign language. It's called the Pumpkin Chant, because pumpkins are usually seen around this time of year. And so here's what we have to do with our hands. We're going to be putting sign language in between kind of a little lap tap that we do with our hands, just like this. So here's what you're going to do. We always start by tapping our legs first and then coming up and clapping. So let's give that a practice. So it looks like this. Just like that. And also we're going to be saying the word pumpkin along with each of the claps that we do. So breaking down those words into smaller pieces. So when we do that, it looks like this. Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. And then that's where we're going to be bringing in some words and sign language. So let me tell you how each of them is going to go. They're going to rhyme with each other. So we say this. We're going to do pumpkin bread first. So the sign language for bread looks like this. You take one hand, doesn't matter which one, and you're just going to have the palm facing towards you. And you're going to take your other hand, and you're just going to be kind of like slicing up and down along your knuckles for bread, just like that. And the word that we're going to use to rhyme with bread is head, and we're just going to point to our head. So here, let me show you what that looks like all together. It goes like this. Pumpkin, 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 bread, pumpkin, 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 head, just like that. So let's move on to some of our other words. We're also going to say pie, and the sign language for pie looks like this. You just take your hand like it's a plate, it's got a pie on top of it, and you take your other hand like a knife, and you're just going to slice out yourself a nice piece of pie. And then the word we're going to rhyme with pie is eye, and we're just going to be pointing to our eye. After we're done with that, we're going to be using the word cake. And the sign language for cake is really simple but kind of fun. It looks like this. So we take our palm, pointing it straight up. You take your other hand, and you're going to be pointing your fingers down towards your palm and then lifting it up just like this. So kind of like when the cake rises in the oven as it's baking. So we say cake. And then the word we're going to rhyme with cake is shake. And shake's really easy to do. You can use your hands and shake them like this, or you can wave them back and forth. Any of those motions will count as shake. And then finally, we end it all with stew. And that word we're going to rhyme with stew is boo. So the sign language for stew looks like this. You make a cup or a bowl with one of your hands, and you take your other hand and you take two fingers, and you're pretending like it's a spoon, and you're eating out of the bowl using your spoon, just like this. This can also count for soup too, in case you wanted to do two of them with stew and soup. And then, like I said, at the end, we're going to say boo. We're just going to put our hands out and go boo, just like that. So I know that's a lot to take in, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one twice. That way we hopefully get comfortable with the chant. Let's do the pumpkin chant on the count of 1, 2, 3. Pumpkin, 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 bread. Pumpkin, 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 head. Pumpkin, 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 pie. Pumpkin, 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 eye. Pumpkin, 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 cake. Pumpkin, 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 shake. Pumpkin, 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 stew. Pumpkin, 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 boo! Just like that. Let's do it one more time now that we got the hang of it. On the count of 1, 2, 3. Pumpkin, 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 bread. Pumpkin, 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 head. Pumpkin, 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 pie. Pumpkin, 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 eye. Pumpkin, 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 stew. Pumpkin, 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 boo! Just like that. And that'll be a fun one to use with the little one while working with some sign language. Now after this, I usually read another book, and I've got another recommendation for you. I'm celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15th all the way through October 15th. But close to Halloween time is another holiday called Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. So along with those fall books and Halloween books you can pick up here at the library, you might want to consider grabbing one that is Hispanic or Spanish oriented to share with your little one. So much fun getting to see all the pictures and the different kinds of traditions that happen around this time of year. So I would recommend any kind of book that works with that as well. Now let's move on to another one of our themed songs, and this one's so much fun because it's called Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. And we're gonna pretend like we're a bunch of witches. And if you know anything about witches, they like to fly around on a broom. So let me walk you through the lyrics of this one. We say this. We go, zoom, 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 climb on to your broom. Zoom, 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 climb on to your broom. If you want to make a scene, fly with me on Halloween. Zoom, 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 climb on to your broom. And then we're going to count down from 5 to 0 like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to say boo right at the end. Doesn't that sound like fun? Let's go ahead and put that all together and sing our song like a bunch of witches. You ready? On the count of 1, 2, 3. Zoom, 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 climb on to your broom. Zoom, 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 climb on to your broom. If you want to make a scene, fly with me on Halloween. Zoom, 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 climb on to your broom in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boo! Just like that. So much fun. And then again with this one, if you want your little ones to get out some excess energy, why not zoom around the house, the backyard, or the park while pretending like they're on a broom? Make sure they get nice and tired before they go to bed. So the final song that we do at the end of all of our story times is called If You're Happy and You Know It. And we do the same song at the end, so just like our opening song, our little ones understand that once we're done with this song, the program is over and it's time to start getting on home. So let me talk you through this one. It goes like this. We say, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, and we clap 1, 2. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands 1, 2. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands 1, 2. And then we keep going, but swapping out our hands with our feet, and we stomp, stomp. Then we shout, hooray. We'll put all 3 of those together by clapping, stomping, shouting hooray. And then our final one is saying goodbye to one another. So let's go ahead and put them all together and sing our final song on the count of 1, 2, 3. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, do all 3. Stomp, stomp, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, do all 3. Stomp, stomp, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, do all 3. Stomp, stomp, hooray. Now if you're happy and you know it, wave goodbye, goodbye. If you're happy and you know it, wave goodbye, goodbye. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, wave goodbye, goodbye. So those are all of the songs, rhymes that we'll be doing in Storytime throughout October. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. I hope you have some time to join us on Zoom in our story times and do these songs with your little ones, having a wonderful time. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.